A Nigerian family is currently facing deportation. The Home Office have asked this lady to move out of the United Kingdom because of one common mistake. If you know anyone who currently lives in the United Kingdom who is still under immigration control, please kindly ensure that they see this video, because a lot of immigrants can easily do what this lady did, which has now resulted in the Home Office informing her that she needs to leave the United Kingdom immediately. Good afternoon. The Lunch Club is where you hear the daily lived experience, the latest update about immigrant experiences in the United Kingdom. This is where we hear it. We share these stories to inform and educate our audience. Kindly ensure that anyone that you know who lives in the United Kingdom, kindly ensure that they see this video. Let us hear from our sister.
With first class to make him proud. That way, I won't be much guilty of not being there when he died or not being to his burial. I've been struggling. I've been struggling. Anybody that's been in the UK will know that's not easy, especially.
This sister has just been asked to leave the United Kingdom immediately. Kindly ensure that anyone you know who lives in the UK who is still under immigration control, they see this video. Let me know if you have any sympathy for this lady. She's already paid everything.
When you are a student, you have to carry all the burdens, you have to carry everything. You have to pay for your school fees. You have to make living expenses. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like the world coming to an end. I held on so tight. I held on so tight. And just at the end of it, just it's close at the end of it. So when I was going through this trauma of my dad passing away, I didn't know that it's gonna prolong that much, you know. We never know. The depression or we all talked about happens to everybody differently. After my dad died, I was feeling guilty. Maybe I was the reason why he passed away. I was just somehow feeling guilty. And I could only feel happy when I'm around people. And this country being a very busy country, it was only at work. To work. I still have to work to pay for my school fees. I have to work to make a living, even if I'm passing through all this. So I made a mistake. I overworked unknowingly. My employer messaged me last year, May, to say that the Home Office called them. And I gave them my reasons, and they submitted to the Home Office, and I thought everything was fine. I was scheduling my hours. I was doing it. I tried as much as possible to come out of the depression I was passing through, even if it was hard. Oh, my heart is aching. My heart is breaking into pieces. My heart is breaking into pieces. So, 2025, the Home Office messaged me to say that I overworked my hours and I need to give my reasons. So I gave them the honest reasons why I made this mistake. Because currently, in as much as I'm passing through all this, my progression results is good. I'm currently in first class. That was what my dad always wanted for me. They didn't listen to me. They asked me to leave the country within me 35. They didn't give me a chance to get, at least to complete my studies. That was the only thing I wanted. I just wanted to complete my studies. When the Home Office messaged me, I contacted the uni. I was being very honest, really honest. I told them what I was passing through. I told them what happened. But unfortunately, the uni withdrew my sponsorship. They withdrew my sponsorship. I cried. I begged them. I told them that I was just in a vulnerable state. They didn't come through for me. They only treated me like a thief. the uni if they would allow me, even if I go back to my country, to allow me finish my course online at least. That was the only thing I asked. But they said no. They said they can't.
So in the last week, more than 4 people have reached out to me privately. The Home Office have asked them to leave the United Kingdom. This is the same reason. In the case of this lady you're just hearing, she came to the United Kingdom on a student visa to do her master's. She was doing her master's, and unfortunately, her father passed away. Her father is our sponsor. This lady, she had 2 options when her father passed away. Either stop her studies, pack her bag, and return back to Nigeria, or continue with the studies. This girl, she did the thing that most reasonable people would do. She decided to work and pay her fees. She was working. Her employer called her, "Oh yeah, we have received information from the Home Office notifying us that you are working more than 20 hours and therefore breaking the rules attached to your visa." The girl then explained to her employer that, "Look, I do not have anyone who is going to sponsor me if I do not work." The lady, she thought everything was okay, only for the Home Office to then write her and inform her when she wants to renew that, "Look, we have now canceled your visa. You have to return back to Nigeria." The girl asked her school, who have withdrawn her sponsorship. The school told her that they would not even allow her to continue online if she returns back to Nigeria. All the thousands of pounds that this young girl has spent, gone. She doesn't have her degree, and the girl will not be able to finish her studies. Tell me how that is fair. But the rule is the rule. That is the rule. The rule says you cannot work more than 20 hours. Let us hear from Oye again.
So I can't even get my degree. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. 3 years of pain. 3 years of constant pain. I had to work even when I'm sick. I had to work even when I'm depressed. I had to work even when I don't know where to run to. I held on so strong. I held on so strong. But then, no help. No route. Currently, I'm making my plans to leave the country. I'm making my plans to leave. They asked me to live with him in any bed. This is a country I've stayed for 3 years. I've established myself for 3 years. What am I going back to?
This is the country she has lived in for 3 years. What is she going back to in Nigeria? They've asked her to leave the country immediately. No degree, and this poor girl has spent thousands of pounds for her studies, and now she's going back. She's traumatized. She couldn't go to her father's burial, and she doesn't have a degree. What are the lessons that can be learned here? A lot of people have reached out to me, the same situation. They reached the same situation because they work a few hours and their visa has been revoked. A lot of immigrants are going through pain. Visas are being revoked as we speak. Our people are being humiliated. This is humiliation. I understand that the rules are the rules, that this girl, she has broken the rules and therefore she has to live with the consequence. But the rules are meant to be humane. This poor girl's father died. Now imagine if we have good leaders in Nigeria. Do you think that our people will be humiliated like this? This is humiliation. This girl, she won the same thing that all of us want, a better life. And this girl, she was prepared to work. She could have turned herself to a prostitute because she wanted money to pay her school fees. She said, "No, I want to work and pay the fees." And that is what she's paying the price for today. Those of you that always support bad government in Nigeria and other African countries because it's from your tribe, your religion, your ethnicity, the hottest place in hell will be reserved for you, because we do not deserve this. All this is happening because we have bad government. In the 70s, in the early 80s, our people did not come to abroad to stay. They came, they were even begged to stay, and they said, no, we want to go back to our country. They said they want to go back to our country because they had a country that had so much hope. But because today we have leaders, not leaders, we have rulers who see public office as an opportunity to enrich themselves and their family. And you have followers like you and me. Because of tribe, we have allowed nepotism, corruption, incompetence, favoritism to flourish in our land. May God let the hottest place in hell will be reserved for those of you that see bad government and you keep quiet because the person comes from your tribe and religion. All of us are living this now. All of us are directly or indirectly affected by what is happening. Look at this poor girl. She's a young girl who came to this country to better her life. Her father died and she decided to pay her fees. And because of that, the penalty is that she has been asked to leave the country immediately. No degree. She hasn't got a degree. She hasn't got anything to fall back on. And she's going back to a country where there is lawlessness. 3 days ago, Tinubu said he released 330 billion to poor Nigerians. I have not seen any poor Nigerian that told me that they receive anything. And we all keep quiet. And the next time we'll be shouting, it's our turn. It's our turn. God, the hottest place in hell will be reserved for those who see evil and condole it. This is very, very bad. I am very, very upset that this young girl situation, may God just let something better come to her, because this girl, she doesn't deserve the pain that she's going through.